What's going on with my friends in the YouTube land? To who is watching? I hope you're well. By now you guys saw the install for the window video I am working on the video for the AC install. How that's gonna go is I gotta compile all the video and put it together. This one's gonna be kind of a long video. It's gonna be hard to do. It's the biggest video I've done yet. Hopefully in time that we'll get better with the video. I mean, as I said in other videos, I am a music producer. I compose music for film and TV. I'm a rock musician. Been playing for a long time. I've been doing film music for 10 years. Music is my love and my passion, and I do it for a living. So I produce music for those guys. I mean, you know, video editing is probably not my forte, but that's okay. There's a lot of people that get on YouTube here and they just don't, you know, get over crazy and creative with their video. I mean, they choose to do it. You know, I follow a few people that are very creative and good at what they do, and I love that. And some that's just okay, and it's okay. I mean, people find they like the realism of these videos about how real it is to live in, you know, in a van and turning these things into RVs, and I'm kind of like that. I like to kind of keep it as real as possible. I love that. Not to mention that I have to make time for a lot of this stuff, you know. I mean, I don't have time for so much, and my music takes a lot of time. Hang on one second, I have to grab something that's bugging me here. Sorry before it falls behind that cabinet. But anyway, you know, that's what's happening right now. I'm getting a lot of music done, and I'll show more about the video. If you look behind me, you'll see that vent for the AC back there. Man, this thing cools the room. It's so cool. I'll get these things charged. My batteries charged up to 100% tomorrow, and let this thing charge, and let's see just what this thing can do, you know. One important thing about this AC unit I'll talk about in the video is this thing works great, but what you want to do, if this thing's been baking in the sun all day or it's hot, these outside walls get hot, you want to keep the thermostat inside, like on a cabinet here. But you want to turn the car AC on and let it cool the room a little bit. Let it get everything cool. And when this AC kicks on, it keeps that room temperature maintained. It doesn't run as hard, doesn't run as much. Doesn't work too much on your batteries per se. Because this thing only pulls 46 amps. Now, if I look at my battery monitor over here, it looks like it pulls a lot of wattage, but there's proportion there, so that's different. That's kind of fair. It looks like it's only pulling about 26 amps. It's not a bad deal. We ran this thing probably 2 hours a day, and it only dropped 15% of my battery, possibly 20. It was 20 over 2.5, almost 3 hours. So, you know, you're looking at in an 8-hour period. If it's off and on, you probably in this, I've got 200 amp hours, might use half my battery. It'll charge up in the sun the next day with solar. Now, that's another issue. I'm having some weird issues with my charge controller, and I'm getting with Renogy on them. I'm getting a little, if any of you dealt with Renogy solar, I've always heard great things about them, but I'm getting a little pissed off and a little discouraged with them because I'm trying to get some tech support, and I'm not getting much communication with these guys. I don't know what's going on at Renogy. If anybody else knows, comment below and let me know, because I am not happy with Renogy right now. I'm not getting something out of these charge control. I'm getting a problem where my battery indication light is changing. It's supposed to be blue for lithium. It's changing the other colors just ultimately by itself. It was doing this from the start, and as I was giving them voltage settings, I set back the indicator to blue while the vehicle's running, and for like almost 2 months it stayed on blue and was working great. Now it's kicking back again, so I don't know what's causing that. If any of you know what might be causing it and had the same problem, let me know. But like I say, the air conditioning's, you know, great. It really is. Everything is working great in it. That video will come out. Next thing is, I know we got just trying to get through all this thing with the pandemic, and now we got all this craziness with these people rioting and looting in this country. And I just quit watching the news, and it's hard to get on social media because just people keep posting it, just endless amounts of this stuff. And I just assume to write music and just get my head out of that, because the more I watch that, the more pissed off I get. And you know, I can get as pissed off as I want on this, but you know, you can't worry and get pissed off about stuff you can't control. But who can control it is our government officials putting a stop to this, because what's sad about this is I'm not getting political and I'm not getting into whose opinions whose. That guy should have never died like that. I totally agree. And that's understandable. That officer has been arrested, and there'll be others arrested. The sad thing is that you've got groups of people that are fueling these people to loot and riot and steal and burn things down. Those people, the people that are doing this don't even vote. They couldn't even tell you who the vice president of the country is. There's no excuse in this behavior. They're doing nothing but hurting themselves, but more so they're hurting other people. They're burning down businesses of people in their own communities. But the problem is most of these people go in these areas. They came in here in Charleston, in downtown Charleston, caused a lot of damage. Burned out 7 stores and broke into the Apple store and looted all the accessories. Couldn't get to the phones because they were locked into a vault in the room. But those people weren't even from here. They were bussed into this area. And I do hope our government finds out who did this and locks them up. I mean, this does not, justify. There's no excuse in this whatsoever, ever. It's obvious that, you can't make this out of certain things, Just because you had one bad person, one bad police officer, you got bad people in every profession in the world. But this is no excuse, and it's got to stop. But just, be careful wherever you go, guys. Don't, keep your head up and watch where you're at. I mean, apparently these protests are popping up where you're at, and you don't even realize it. So just be careful. This is going to pass. I'm pretty sure that we'll put a stop to it. So, but anyway, I got some sun on my head today, and it is a little uncomfortable, but not as bad as it should be. So if there's a big red spot on my nose, kind of like a skunk with not a white stripe, but a red stripe on my nose. Not to mention where I nicked my head the other day on the inverter under the bed. I was wiring the electrical in the AC. You see that? I got nicked right there on my head. Just kidding me, I'm okay. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. We're going to do 2 videos in one day. But anyway, I am moving along with this. I got a lot of music to do. I'm going to compile that AC video. Clancy's like, man, next Sunday I got to have something to do. Is there something we can do in the van? My mother-in-law's coming to town. I'll get bored. I need something to do. So it was funny. I said, oh, I got something we can do. Believe it, I got something we can do. So I told him, I said, that couch bench, we can frame that up. And I think there's something else we were talking about doing. I think he wanted to get in here and maybe touch up paint or something. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. Anyway, this thing is coming along great, and I hope we get some traveling done this summer. And I'll keep you posted on that. God, hoping all this passes. So, and I know it will. We'll get through it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you so much on that deal. Hit like and subscribe on that deal, man. I want to grow this. It'd be kind of cool. It really would. I'm new to this, and I think it'd be great. Have a great one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next. Bye.